comes Legos, bricks and toys.
All right, build fans, toy fans, we're on day three of our Mecha team. Okay, so far we've gotten the, of course, Mecha Team Leader figure, which is superb. Like I adore it. It's pretty cool. Head's a little tight, but I've been working on that. I put some lubricant on there, and I've been just working it back and forth. But it's got printing on the arms and the body, the legs, even on the back. It is fully printed, and it comes with this little stand, and it's very much like the Lego version, with the exception of this. So I'm gonna put the sign right there. It's like I could put it in his hands. I'm like, this doesn't have a Lego on it. So other than that, besides the Lego aspect, same thing, same build. The sword, again, the sword is ginormous. Like it's pretty big, and this is my one complaint so far. This I'm trying to heat. I might put that in the car and like put some books on it or something just to make it nice and flat. But this is, exact to what the Lego instructions are. So as we're building with the Lego instructions and the instructions here in mind. So far everything is on par. Been a few times where they'll switch something here and there, but that's about it. We did have a couple of these like cheese wedges that were just a little odd, but they are shoehorned in. They are pretty good. That gap there kind of bothers me just a little bit, but I'll take care of that eventually down the road. Let's see if I can pop that and maybe move. It's like now I'm like, oh, every time I look at it, I'm like, I can't, I don't like it. And it's just, that's my personal preference, right? So we're gonna pop that back in there. There's some issues with the wedges. Out of everything, out of all the parts, the issue really comes down to these little wedge bricks, and I'm not sure why. Pop that on, and then we'll try this one again. Pop that one on. Alright. Let's see. Let's move this one maybe over here. Maybe it's just, I don't know. This would be one of those I'd probably buy like yeah, maybe that'll fit it. Okay, that seems to fix it. I was like, I might buy some cheap like 1x2 cheese wedges to fix that, but that seems to have gotten it there. So we got the cockpit portion, which I dig. It's got the little panels inside, the Mecha Team Leader diagnostics, a little communications thing in there, and the seat. And the seat is, of course, movable, so if you need to pull that completely forward, you can. But yeah, that is solid right there. That is a pretty cool build. Now, I thought because based on the app, I thought we were building the leg, but come to find out, I found something new I didn't know about the app. If I move this, I can see the build in real time. So I think what we're getting to is possibly like that. Maybe. We might be getting to that with bag 3. So we'll kind of look at it. We'll figure out what we're getting. Boom. Start, and we go from here. Now, I am going back to where we were. So we finished this. Bag 3 is right here. I know we're on the right path because guess what? We are starting on the same exact thing. Now, I pulled this because I could not read what it said. This is like maybe 1-4. I'm actually, like, I just cannot, or 7. 7-1. I got it. So this is 7-1. So 7-1, that'll go back. So I only found these two right here. Pull out our previous stuff. Push our other parts over because we have bags that share things, right? So we'll push all this over. This was from, I think, 5. So when we get to bag 5, we got to remind ourselves the stuff up here in this part of the bin is 5, and I think that's like some of 3. So yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Okay, so we've got 3, so big parts, and we'll put 3 kind of up and over here. I believe we are using these kind of Technic bars down the road, so we will be using some of this. See if I can. I'm trying to get all of it, but so there we go. So one set there. We do have some gold. Pretty cool. Yeah, some pretty cool stuff in there. And then we've got this one 3. It says 3 through 14, but I'm guessing it's maybe 3, 1, 4. I don't know. But we'll go ahead and we'll open it. And I have a feeling we'll have parts left over for other parts of the build coming up. So I think that's kind of the downfall right now. Some of this is like, I don't know, man. Is it close? How close is it? That sort of thing, right? Okay. So over here on bag 3 is where we're starting. I'm gonna pull it back over here. And it looks like we need a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it looks like a 12, 2x12, 1 2x12, and 1 1x2 Technic brick. That's it. Okay. Then it looks like we're building 1 and 2. A pink brick. I love the colors in this, by the way. The colors in this are outstanding. I know they're not going to stay, like, you're not going to see all of it down the road, but I really do like the color work in this. But when I think of Fortnite, I think of very, very colorful, so this falls right into joint for me. Okay. I know we got the hot pink or the pink for the chest, and this is gonna be. I have a feeling this might actually become one of my favorite builds, and it's not even the real thing. Okay, now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Full 16. Yep, right there. We're gonna do it where 12. I probably kind of just looked here. So if we have 12 here, and then we got 2 hanging out on each end, that's 4. 4 plus 12 is 16. So I should have known. Okay, so we got the same thing, and now we're moving up to another position, another part. We got a teal 2x2, and then we got that sand blue 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these are for the 2x2 modified tiles. Say modified because it's technically a tile with 2 studs, but it's not 2 studs that are in the center. Those are jumper tiles or jumper plates. This is actually just a modified tile. And then we got ourselves 2 1x2s in sand blue. Say that 14 times fast. 2 1x2 in sand blue. That's probably about as fast as I can go on that one. And it should be the case. Okay, so we're putting those modified tiles down. We're putting our 2x4 modified, or 2x4 tile, and then going back to the 2x2 modifieds and this. So I want to make sure that I've got L's, and then 2, and then the rest are jumper, or the rest is all just tile work. Now, looks like the same. Now we're going down 1, and we need a 12. So a 12. And then it looks like 2 more of the 1x2s in sand blue. So 1, we're gonna pop this one on up top. And then one more right here. And I wonder, like, why sometimes they do this where it doesn't have quite as much studs on it. And I wonder if it's to adjust for the pull. Okay, now we're going to be doing the same. So far, everything is the exact same, which makes this, in my opinion, just so much better. Okay, so we got one here, two, and then we should have this 1x8. Now I did notice we got one. Oh, that's a connector brick. That's why. Okay, that's a ratchet brick. I was like, we got this one weird one on the side, but all it is a ratchet brick. So I'm trying to jump the gun, and I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to stick with what I know right now, which is, hey, just do the build. Okay, put another one of those Technic pieces down. Should be 15 across here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, if you ever want to know, you got these Technic rails here, or these Technic bricks. This goes between the studs, so if it's a 16, you'll have 15 holes there. Pretty cool stuff. The more you know. Alright, so at this point, we need 8 of these super long Technic pins. I call them like double pins, but they're really long pins that you can attach lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff to it. So we've got, let's see, 4 and 4, so that's 8. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these sleeves in lime green. And then that's it. Now, let's count them down, because it looks like we're going 1 and then 2. Let's go ahead and build all of these. So we got the long portion going out, short portions going in. We're going to be taking these things and hooking them up somehow. So let's see, we got 1 and 2, 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, kind of like that. And this is going to go right across here and reinforce that. 1, 2, and then we're doing the same thing over here. 1 and 2, and I have a feeling we're going to attach something there as well, probably through here at some point. So let's see, did we get the same? 4 of them. Yep. And then we set that off to the side, and then it looks like we're starting yet something new. So this time it looks like another one of these 16. I think these are all 16. So if that's 16, that should be a 12. Am I correct? 4 left? Yep. So kind of building the same thing up right here. And now, so 64, 65. Looks like the same exact thing. So 2 of these 2x4 Technic bricks, and then 1, count them, 1 and 2 snot bricks. And again, snot being stud not on top. Now, granted, it does have a stud on top. That's okay. But it's just saying that, hey, there's a stud also on the front or the side or somewhere where it normally doesn't go. So that's where the snot comes from. So 65, and then we're doing the same thing. So 2x4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 of these 2x2 modified tiles in sand blue, and then 1 and 2 1x2 tiles in sand blue. So, or 1x2 plates, 1x2s in sand blue. Okay, and then we're kind of building it the same way as before. So our sand blue, this should go here. This should look pretty much exactly like the other build. If we were to compare them, they're going to look the exact same, which is, I'm guessing this might be a leg. I'm not sure what this Or it might be, you know what? It might be the shoulders, to be quite honest. Okay. So that is 66 right here. Again, a 12. And 2 sand blues. Sand blue, 12, and sand blue here. So far, everything is exactly as it's supposed to be. Another 16, 1 by 16. Yep. And so 68, 69. So we got 1, 2, and then 2 snot bricks. And I think this is where our difference is going to be. Okay. So we should have 1 snot brick, and 1. Yeah. That is a difference between the two. So that's 69, and then 70 looks like we are putting Technic pens on. Okay. Okay. So this one is a variation. It has, for the Lego, us putting this together and then putting the socket parts on. I'm going to go with this because I think they might have, I know that the AliExpress has moved the parts list around, but I'm thinking this might make this situation more secure. So let's go back to this 1 and 2. Okay, and we do this down the road, we do this later on, but they have us doing with the parts on it, and I say we build this and then put these parts on later. And I just think that might be a better fit. Now we still need 1, 2, 3. Should have 1 more in there. Let's see, clock it, man. 2, 3, 4. Well, that would not be good. Am I actually missing a piece? Looks like it. Actually, it looks like I might be missing a plate. I'll kind of look again and maybe count, but yeah, it looks like... Okay, hold on. Let's do it like this. Let's put these on. I might not be missing a plate. I might be miscounting. They have the step together. They have their separate. I am miscounting. That goes back in the pile. This is one issue. So I do think that you almost have to go hand in hand with the two. And the reason why is because one will give you the bag counts you need. The other one will not. It's a little bit different. And so, I don't know. It's very close. It is so close. And for the most part, it is the same exact thing. But the people who did the instructions for this have moved things around. Almost like this was like a prototype build. Not the last, but a prototype that they took, and then they're like, hey, we need to switch these things around. Like after the editor's like, yeah, no, you gotta move this, you gotta change it. And that's what it feels like in some ways. It does feel a little bit like, hey, there's there's a better way of putting these bricks in. And I think that's where this particular set, the paper instructions, make it feel weird. But it's still, like, overall, it's still a really good build. It's just, you have to be wary of it as you go into it. So what I'm doing at this point is I'm like, okay, hey, we're going to build this, but there might be sections that's like, hey, you know what, we need to go with the Lego app versus the other just to make sure we got what we need. Okay. And then we'll put one more here. And then we've got this piece that goes on top. And I believe this is the part for the wings in the back. Okay, so we got this one. And this is to fit into here. Okay. Good, nice connection too. Like that's solid. This whole thing feels solid, which is what you want. You want it to feel like it's worth the price you paid, even if it's $40-something. Like these days, $40 means a lot to me. So it's like I definitely don't want to waste my money, and I definitely don't necessarily want to waste my time either. So, but I do this, and I'm hoping that these videos kind of reach your ears, and they're maybe answering some things that you had questions about. Maybe you came across this before. You're like, I don't know if it's worthwhile or not. I don't know if it's worth anything. I'm hoping these videos kind of help you walk through it, and maybe even help you figure out, hey, something's not right. He's put it together. He's explained some things. Maybe he says something that I need to know, So hopefully this sort of content is helping you in the long run. Okay. Gotta snap that down to there. There we go. Looking good. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. So at this point, that means that this, we should be on 76 now, which, yeah. Well, they still reversed it. They still reversed some things. So we're still going to go with the app, I think. So we just have one. Right? So that goes here. You know what? Let's go by the book on this one. 1, 2. This really long pink tile, and then 1 and 2 right here. So this is supposed to go across here. We got 1 and 2 just like that. This is going right on the end. Then we get this, and then we get one of these that's supposed to flare out over here. Make sure I press this all in, right? Then we get our plate. So we got these 2 dark magenta, these 2 kind of slopey step slopes. That's going to go 1 here, and then like this, boom, 1 here, and oh yeah, see, okay, so I was afraid of. So it's weird, we got 1 clip on one side but not on the other, but we're still putting this piece down over here. Let's bring it up. And then now 1 and 2 goes right here. Okay. Okay. So now we're back to where it seems like we're supposed to be. So 1, 2, 1 and 2. This looks like it goes up on top here. 1 and 2, just like that. And then 1 and 2. and then 2 1x2 tiles. So clock it. One right here, one right here. That's 79. So now we should be on number 80 over here. Okay, so number 80 has us taking 1, 2, and a gold piece. Where's the gold? Right here. We're going to turn this back towards us here, and we should go small, large. So that's actually a panel. It's hollow on the inside. And then we've got our gold, rounded, large gold quartered tile piece. It's going to go right here on the end. Okay. It's going to fit there. Yeah. Okay. Now we've got that. That's fitted, so that's done. And now we're going to be digging for some more small pieces for, looks like maybe a latch. All right, let's see. So it looks like they have the same thing here as what they have here. I'm going to go ahead and pull the parts. Got a 1x2, a 1x2 plate with a pin notch on it, a 1x2 gold tile, a 1x2 1x1/4 round, and a 1x2 kind of step slope in gold. Now, I'm going to go based on this and look at the two together. Okay. All right, so we've got this, and let's see, we'll put that here. Put that here. That goes here. And this should go right up on top. Kind of like that. And this is supposed to lock in right over here. Kind of create a little bit of a trim right there. Okay. And let's see. All done with that one. That installs there. Now that was okay. I see what we're doing. So we're gonna go and grab our 2 bars. And it looks like we're taking this and this, and we're gonna line them up one into the other. Now, one thing I want to keep in mind, this is going to take a lot of finger force, I think, to get everything to sit the way it's supposed to. And I'm just saying that because I do know sometimes how difficult these things can be. So if I start crashing out, you'll know. So much like this one, we're doing the same thing. It's interesting because it has us... Does it have us putting the bars in? It does not. Not yet. Okay, so 82. It has us putting the bars on later. We're going to go with Lego on this one. And I say that because I think it'd be easier. I say it would be. Okay, we're going to push that all the way across. I'm going to use this to push that in. Boom. And boom. Alright, so that's locked into place. This is definitely one of those builds that feels like once you put this together, you're probably not really taking this thing apart ever again. Maybe bits and pieces here and there, but all in all, this feels like a kind of one and done sort of build. You know what I mean? Like it's solid. And I mean, the studs lock into place. everything seems to just lock into place. Boom, boom, just like that. Looky there. That's not going anywhere. That is pretty much locked. That is locked in. Absolutely locked in. Can I just say how much I love this color? It reminds me of the old, what is it, the Lego Malibu, I think, sets from way back in the day. Okay. Now, let's go back. Okay, so this time, I need to put that up there. So this time, we're coming over here, but we put the bars in later. We're going to go ahead and kind of do this over here now. So we've got this and this. I think that's our last sand blue 1x2. So we got a 4x4, a 2x2, and then we've got these two kind of flailed plates over here, 1 and 2. Clock it, man, right? 1 and 2. Same exact thing. Now we're putting this on the end with 3 studs to spare. And then 2 of these L plates, 1 and 2. So again, pretty much the same exact thing, which I'm happy about. And then what is it? A 2x2. 2x2's right here. Boom. And this is to go right back here. Man, that's gonna look incredible. Alright, and then so they have the same thing with the 1x4s. Boom, boom, boom. Now I think it makes more sense to do this after the bars because your hand's in this. I could imagine this being a problem trying to fit those bars on. So 1, 2. So this is the part where I definitely say go with the app. The app is going to be your better friend on this. Okay, then we got 1, 2 of these, and let's see, 1 right here, and 2. All right, that's it. Hey, that's it on bag. So that's moving to bag 4. So technically, that is the last part. So that's all we have on this one. So it looks like 4 goes from there. So they are very, very similar. The directions are virtually the same. They do skip from one to the other. This one tends to skip around. I would say in this instance, this right here, putting the bars in for step 86 in your booklet, you want to go with the app on that one. And you want to put it after you fit it on 82, you want to put the bars in. And then you want to build up the rest all the way up to 85. And I think that's going to be a better thing for you. Okay, so this is kind of what we got. I mean, this thing is going to be huge. Look, this is the size of my hand. It's probably the size of my heart. That is pretty big, okay? So look, we'll come back. We'll do another build. We'll continue this as much as we can each day as kind of a 12 o'clock sort of thing. And we'll get this built over the next while. Probably a month now. But I am absolutely liking this. Definitely well worthwhile so far. There a couple of the wedges I had issues with, but you know, you can move them around. Cheese wedges, 1x2 cheese wedges are easy to replace, but I would definitely say that this overall is turning out to be quite a good build. There's a few things here and there, like there's a few like flashing issues with some of the bricks, and I'll probably take like a little file to that later and kind of clip that. I don't like there's a little bit of flashing here and there's something weird there, but all in all, pretty solid build. I mean, I couldn't ask for more on this one, so definitely like it. Hey, if you find this content is perking your ear and helping you decide on if you want to get this. Keep in mind, this is not Lego based on the little box down there. This is the AliExpress version. I did go ahead and get a battle bus, so I'll be looking at that one too, trying to find out if it's worth it. And at some point, I'll probably be getting a Colombo set as well, and maybe possibly looking for a Durr Burger. So I've got like the Durr Burger, and I've got, you know, Sparkplug's Camp, but now I want the Durr Burger building set. Of course, the Mecha Team Leader, which I would never been able to afford. The Battle Bus, which is still kind of out of my price range, and Colombo, which is also at this point kind of out of my price range. This might be a good alternative. So we'll keep these things in mind, right? Hey, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted anything comes from me to you. You can do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you're liking what I'm making, and hopefully this is helping you become the better builder and builder brick buyer budget person that you want to be, and find out these things are worthwhile or not. That's my whole goal in this, and I'm hoping that it's helping you out in the long run. You can help out the channel by commenting, liking this. Comment down below. What's your favorite part? Do you think it's going to work out? I think it's going to work out. I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's a pretty decent build so far. Okay. Hey, go down to the bio into the shop. Get something out of the shop. I get a small commission. Those things do help over time. Definitely worthwhile, and it helps me keep, you know, software updated, samples in, things like that. So most of the time I get this with my own money. So, and I'm probably at this point getting a little yelled at about the bank account. So it's one of those, any of those purchases really do help and kind of make it seem like I'm doing something on this end, right? And not just being hobby. So if you want to get something out of the shop. I'd appreciate it, okay? And thank you all for showing up today. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.